In this video, I will show you how to use the Zones function in the Luminalayer app. When we enter into the zones, we'll be brought with a blank screen and New Zones button down at the bottom. Once we select that, it'll ask us to create a new zone and enter a name for it. I will call this Astronomical Timer Testing, and then create. Here we have a total of 0 lights added into this zone, so our next step is to add lights. Down in the lower left we can see Add Lights, and I will add lights numbers 1, 2, and 3, and then hit Save. This exclamation point with the clock means that the light is not up to date with the current settings. So here we'll want to go in and set the settings down in the bottom middle. But here in the middle of the screen we can see at default that the lights are to turn on at sunset and turn off at sunrise with an astronomical timer. When we go into the settings menu, we can see that we have 3 options to either cancel, update lights, or change light timer. I'll select change light timer. And here we can see that the on time set to sunset, or we can override the timer and set it to a specific time. In this case, I will set it to 7:45 p.m. and then hit OK. And for the off time, I will set them for 7:45 a.m. and then hit OK. Then in the bottom right I can hit Save. And now I'll need to update the lights. When I select the light will turn from the red exclamation point to a green clock symbol. We can select the rest of the lights to update the rest. Or if you wish, if you have several lights in this zone, you can select Timer Settings and then hit Update Lights. This will go through every light individually, also locating the light so you know which light is up to date. After all of your lights have a green clock, that will show that all of the lights are up to date. Now if you are going from an astronomical timer override back to an astronomical timer of the sunset and sunrise, you will need to have your location on the device turned on, and it'll need to acquire a GPS signal. So after I have changed the settings, I'll hit Update Lights, and this step usually takes some time to make sure you have a proper GPS signal. If you do not have a proper signal, you may need to try several attempts until you get a strong signal. If a light were to fail updating, you will have a red exclamation point. This will show that the light is not up to date. Like I said, it may take several tries for certain lights. And as you can see now, that all my lights have turned from the red exclamation point to green. In order to remove lights from your zone, in the lower right hand corner there's an option for Remove Lights, and you can select which lights to remove. In this case, I'll remove lights 1 and 3 and select Save. Now all we are left with is light number 2. That is how you use the Zones function in the Luminalayer app.